Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3 4.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3 4.
And good morning from the Northtown Center at Amherst, where the Nickel City Hockey Network is pleased to bring you live coverage of Amherst Knights 10U hockey. The Knights taking on the Tonawanda Thunder this morning in a matchup of two of the top teams in their league. Good morning, my name is Aaron Elprin alongside Sean McHugh in the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. And Sean, looking at this matchup from the records alone, this figures to be a great game this morning. Amherst comes in with a record of 8-3-1 on the season. Tonawanda, meanwhile, 8-0-1. So clearly a couple of teams that are playing with confidence this year.
Definitely. We get a battle of quote-unquote titans here to start our morning in a pretty big sports day here in Buffalo, New York. As like Aaron said, we have two 8-win teams meeting here at the Northtown Center. Two 8-win teams that their records show that they're good teams, but as we know, having worked with both of these teams in the past, there are some hockey players, even at the 10U level, that are going to show off some pretty impressive skill at this level, and will show why their teams are at the top of their league.
Certainly something that we've enjoyed this season on the Nickel City Hockey Network is getting an opportunity to broadcast some youth hockey games. At the 10U level, it really has been a reminder of just how much fun it is to start this game and to get embedded into the game of hockey and to really get an idea of how much passion there is for this game. You can see it in the kids that are out there playing at this level really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, the game is for everybody, and before you get into records and everything, at this level, it's about having fun. And both teams, these kids have their chants, they have their routines, they've got their handshakes. Like Aaron said, it just reminds us of what it was like when we were this age, coming to the rink first thing in the morning to play a game or to practice or to play pond hockey, whatever. It brings memories back, of how much fun this was, like what a huge part of our lives this was as kids.
And we also have gotten a chance so far this season to see both of these teams, so we have a little bit of familiarity with both of the rosters. And one thing that I can tell you is that both sides have not only some offensive firepower, some very talented players that can put the puck in the net. Both teams also have strong goaltending as well.
Yes, this is you got a good battle on here. You've got, name it, you got a Brodeur versus Waugh, you got a Hasek versus Brodeur or Waugh, and stuck in the 90s right there. So basically this is a perfect combination. Both teams have firepower. As for Amherst, the big gun right here, number 3, Dania Salvadori leans in for the faceoff. That's a player to watch here that's going to definitely test Conrad Sejak. And make no mistake, KJ Stockwell in net for Amherst, as good as he has been, he's also going to get tested from this Tonawanda offense as we're offsides right off the faceoff.
Now, underway here from the Northtown Center at Amherst. We're at the feature rink this morning. Stoppage here a little bit more than 10 seconds in. Offsides call along the Amherst blue line. We'll have a faceoff right in front of the Amherst Knights bench as Dania Salvadori winning that faceoff, and the Knights gain control, but it comes back over the blue line, and we have an offsides call as Tonawanda not able to clear the zone before the puck went back in across the blue line. So a couple of stoppages here early on, but we're underway here from the Northtown Center. And as we said already here off the top of the broadcast, thrilled to be continuing to bring youth hockey coverage to Western New York. Jack DeLisle with an opportunity in tight, maybe a little bit tough angle to get that shot away. Save being made by KJ Stockwell as Tonawanda gets the first opportunity for a shot on goal here early. Tonawanda again going offsides as Amherst got the puck out of the zone. Lost control of it there as Tonawanda creating a turnover there in the neutral zone, but just going in offside. So we have another neutral zone faceoff coming up. 9:28 now to go in period number 1. Timmy Perino finding a loose puck on the far side, unable to get it into the offensive zone, however, getting some help there from John Stahl on the play. Stahl with the puck on his stick again, collects it and gets it to the blue line, but can't get it into the zone, and Amherst takes over possession. Salvadori now moving up the right wing. Salvadori around one defenseman, has it on the backhand, lets the shot go, just can't get it onto the cage. Ends up going into the far corner, and now Wesley O'Connor picks it up on the far side. Puck just inside the blue line. Players from each side scrambling to get possession. It comes to Wesley O'Connor. O'Connor letting a shot go from the dot, save made on the play. Conrad Sejak with his first test of the game, making the stick save and keeping this one a 0-0 game early. John Stahl up the left wing. Good play defensively on that one. There was Ryan Kessler stepping up to deny the zone entry.
Great stick right there by Eli Lee as Kessler was looking to just hit the zone and go with some speed.
Puck comes across the Tonawanda blue line, and they find possession. Nick Schodel picking it up here behind his goal line. Schodel circles the net, now looking for a breakout pass. That one goes off the leg of an Amherst player. Salvadori now finding control of it. Feeds a pass out in front. He had Cohen there in the mid-slot. Cohen just unable to really get a shot away, but it comes back to the point, and Kessler keeps control. Kessler with a shot from distance, shoulder save by Sajak.
Fought that off hard.
That one looked like it was labeled for just underneath the crossbar into the top corner of the net. Goaltender Conrad Sajak making a really good save to keep this one a scoreless tie early. Puck towards the blue line. Kessler collects it there and fires another shot towards the net. This one doesn't get to the goaltender. Picked up by R.J. Cohen. Can't get a shot away as it comes to the near corner. Puck played up the near wall as Stahl tries to get it out of the zone. Kessler again keeping it in from his point position. Loose puck is kept in, but only for a moment there as R.J. Cohen now circles back out into the neutral zone. Two different defenders on him. Tonawanda creating a turnover. Unable to move it past Kessler at the red line, and Amherst sends it right back into the offensive zone.
Amherst so far doing a really nice job of possessing the puck, but Tonawanda is doing a really good job of keeping their defensive structure tight. Pretty much everything is from the outside, because you can tell these Amherst Knights, especially Salvadori and Kessler, they want to do their damage from skating the puck right now, and Tonawanda doing a really good job forcing just about everything to the outside of the defense.
It's one thing to be impressed by the offensive ability in a level like this, but to see the ability to be coached and to be playing smart defensive hockey out there, that's a nice. Certainly a nice,
right
nice bit of what we have in store for the next generation of Western New York hockey players. If they already understand good defensive habits at this age,
they're never gonna get cut from a hockey team if they play good defense.
Exactly. There's always room for somebody who knows how to get to the defensive side of the puck.
That's how Zemgus Girgensons has been in the NHL for 12 years, and I'm not the Sabres fan dissing him. That's the point I'm making.
Puck comes towards the blue line. Tonawanda keeps it in there at the right point. Pass towards the mid-slot. Shot taken there, but it doesn't get all the way in on net. Second shot attempt. Again, another block. Stockwell making one save there with the blocker hand as he laid down across the crease.
I think Cohen came out of nowhere and dove across and blocked that with his stick, because I don't think Stockwell knew where that puck was, and Cohen came out of nowhere to block that shot, I think.
Certainly some good defense from the Amherst side, seeing that from both sides here in the early going, not only trying to make things happen on the offensive side, but also making sure that they pay attention to their defensive responsibilities, knowing that they're playing talented teams on the other side.
That's a point I'm trying to get to also, Aaron. Thanks. You're one step ahead of me there. I think both teams are very aware of who they're playing right now, knowing that both teams can fire offense at you, so the commitment to defense, I mean, granted, it's halfway through the first period, and the game can change, but right now both teams seem to be very, very preoccupied with their end first, and then working outwards to get the offensive going, as Amherst, again, going to look to skate the puck out of the zone and create offense. Oh, nice move.
Puck is pushed up the near wall by Teddy Wilson. He gets it into the offensive zone, and now putting some pressure on the defenseman here in the near corner. Played up the near wall by Eli Lee, but Tonawanda unable to clear the zone as the puck is collected there in the corner by Hopkins. Hopkins with the puck on his stick again, but he can't connect on a pass, and it's taken away by Devin Johnson for the Thunder. Puck comes towards the center of the ice. Tonawanda still battling to get that puck out of the zone. Amherst doing a good job of making sure that they were back towards the blue line with enough numbers to keep the puck in. DeLisle picking it up here in the near corner, trying to make sure the puck gets out of the zone for his Tonawanda side. He successfully does so, and Nate Pekarsky has to go back for it for Amherst. Pekarsky clearing the zone. Tonawanda then bringing it back across the blue line, so we have an offsides call. 4:58 now remaining in a scoreless first period. And, Sean, we weren't sure what we were going to get here with this matchup, whether or not it was going to be the offensive scoring battle or a defensive goaltending battle. So far, it's the defense and goaltending standing up.
Yeah, defense, goaltending, both teams doing a great job of playing in their own end first. And the thing of it is, though, these two teams do pack offense. There have been chances on both sides, and the goaltenders have made impressive saves. Both of them have been asked to make a huge save here, and both have come to the task. But here comes Amherst looking to counter.
Salvadori into the offensive zone on the backhand, can't get the shot away.
Nothing?
Good defense there, I guess, by number 5 coming back. Blake DeLisle on that play, denying that shot attempt. Maybe could have been a penalty, but the referee close by decided that it was not warranted in that case. Amherst, though, keeps it in.
No one's yelling, so that's how you know it might have been the right call.
O'Connor gets it to Salvadori. A little bit of help over there as well from Schodel, and the puck gets deep again in the offensive zone. Darren Nye back to pick it up for the Thunder. Salvadori takes it away from him and tries to feed a backhand pass into the slot. He does manage to get it to O'Connor, but a good shot block there from Tonawanda. Talked about them clogging the slot area and making it difficult for the Amherst shooters to get shots away. Good example there. And another one there. That's a second block. Blake DeLisle getting in the way of two different Amherst shots here on this shift. That ends up leading to a That ends up leading to the zone exit. As we are under 5 minutes to play in the first period, Kessler back to pick up a loose puck in his own zone. He's got a little bit of time and space to get things started. Two different defenders on him. Kessler sidesteps one, now has a little bit of a lane up the right wing. Runs into a bit of a wall of Tonawanda players there. Essentially had to face 4 different Tonawanda players on that rush up ice. It was the 4th one that managed to take the puck away from him.
And the thing is, with Kessler out there, once that puck's on his stick, it is out of the zone. So maybe once he gains the line, you want to see him dish to a teammate and start the rush. But one thing he's doing well, he is making sure that nothing gets near his goal when he's playing out there on defense. Then he hops up into the play.
Here comes Salvadori up the right wing with a lot of speed. This could be numbers as well, as he's got O'Connor with him on the play. Salvadori stops and now has room to just let a shot go. Another shot blocked there as the defender getting in the way of a hard wrist shot from Salvadori.
Oh, he wound up. He loaded that up too.
Love seeing that from the Tonawanda side, sacrificing the body to help their goaltender. Still, there ends up being another opportunity from that as O'Connor can't get that shot on net. That one missed high and wide.
John Tortorella, if he's watching this, is literally writing out a recruiting list of Tonawanda players that are blocking shots right now, because this is old school hockey, and this is a coach's dream, seeing these kids just laying out for pucks on both ends of the ice.
Yeah, the netminder Sajak has made 2 or 3 good saves here in this first period.
His D-men have made 3 as well.
His D-men have made probably double that. There have been at least 3 or 4 shot blocks in this first period, something that the Tonawanda side's definitely going to want to continue against this talented Amherst team. R.J. Cohen gets it to Salvadori here in the right wing corner. Salvadori with DeLisle on him. Good defense there as DeLisle.
Are they line matching DeLisle on Salvadori?
They might be.
He's been attached to the hip with Salvadori the whole game, and he's doing an unbelievable job just sticking to him. Here he is in the play right here, going to the net.
Opportunity for the Tonawanda Thunder as this is John Stahl collecting that puck and trying to find a teammate to get a pass to. Under 3 minutes to go in period number 1. Still no score yet as this has developed into a really sound defensive battle so far. Jack DeLisle's going to try to do something about that. Sidesteps one defender and lets a shot go. Great save. KJ Stockwell getting the arm on that one to keep this one a scoreless tie.
Wow, DeLisle imposing his will right there, creating a shot, and KJ Stockwell standing firm in the blue paint, just shoulders it away and denies it.
In the other direction, now it's Andrew Gray, 1-on-2. Good defense, keeping him from getting deep in the offensive zone with possession. And now this is going to be Jack DeLisle taking it up ice, but he gets that puck slashed off of his stick, losing his stick in the process. Again, no call on that play, as it's going to be Stahl with an opportunity. Gets in loose, lets the shot go. He fakes towards one side and then fires it on the forehand. And it's now 1-0 Tonawanda on a pretty individual effort. Number 2, John Stahl, getting the game's first goal, and it's 1-0 Tonawanda.
Play by Tonawanda is made at the blue line. DeLisle keeps the play alive as Amherst is trying to break out. This is the time Amherst doesn't get the puck out of the zone, as most of their forwards are caught up ice. And then John Stahl gets enough room to make a move on the goaltender. Pretty backhand to the forehand, then tucks it in. And with 2 minutes to go here in the first, Tonawanda strikes first. And they're rewarded for just the body-sacrificing defense they've been playing from the start.
Tonawanda looking to add to that early 1-0 lead. They get the shot from distance. Stockwell making the save, covering it up, making sure there's no second opportunity in this case. As we're under 2 minutes to go in period number 1, 1-0 is the score in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder. This is a matchup of 2 of the top teams in this league. Both teams coming in with 8 wins on the season. Tonawanda 8-0-1, 8-3-1, the Amherst record. So far, the records certainly indicate what we've gotten here during the game, a really good battle.
Great defensive battle. We're not lacking in offense. Ooh. Okay, everybody's good there.
Player goes down on the far side. Everybody back to their skates as the puck goes the length of the ice. This one looks like it's going to go for icing as it goes to the right side of the cage. And we'll have an icing on the call against Amherst with 1:11 to play in period number 1. And our broadcast this morning made possible by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. With simulators, lessons, and leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Locations downtown and in Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. Puck is down on the offensive zone draw for the Tonawanda Thunder. They get control of it after that faceoff. Shot was taken there. Patrick Clark unable to get that one on net, but he had a lot on it. Certainly would have been a difficult save for Stockwell to make if it had been on goal. Puck comes towards the front of the net again. Stockwell has to be quick, but can't get a hold of that redirected shot. Isaac Rausch ends up putting that one past him, and it's now 2-0 Tonawanda as the player camped out in front of the net, got just enough of that shot towards the net front, and deflected it past the netminder. Now 2-0 in favor of the Thunder.
That took a really tough bounce against Ryan Kessler. I don't know if it bounced off him or went in, but he went to play it, and it caught just the wrong part of his skate. It took a gorgeous bounce for Tonawanda, and Rausch, that's what you do. Go to the net, put your stick down. The puck found him, and he deposits it into the open cage. And it's a 2-0 lead for Tonawanda now with 35 to go here. But here comes Salvadori.
Salvadori looking for a late opportunity here in this one as we have 30 seconds to go in period number 1. Salvadori ripping a shot from just outside the goal line, unable to get that one on net. 24 seconds to go in the period. Salvadori accepts that pass from O'Connor.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and say DeLisle is line matching him because Salvadori cannot get rid of him.
Not only they seem to be line matching him, but telling DeLisle to not let Salvadori away from him. Salvadori does get free and lets the shot go. Great save. Conrad Sajak denies Salvadori in tight to keep this one a 2-0 hockey game late in the first period. The horn goes to signal the end of the frame.
And a fist bump there by Sajak at the end.
Great period for the Tonawanda Thunder as they get 2 goals. They block a slew of shots in the period, and they take a 2-0 lead into the first intermission. We're going to step away here for a moment, and we'll be back with period number 2 in just a few seconds.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
And we're back at the Northtown Center at Amherst, where we are set for second period coverage on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Second period coverage brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social. 2-0 is the score after one period of play as we get set to go for period number 2. And we're underway here in the second period as Tonawanda again finding control of the faceoff, and they move the puck towards the Amherst blue line.
DeLisle's playing forward here.
DeLisle's playing all over the place at the moment. He's got the puck on his stick here on the far side and lets a hard shot go. Great save with the shoulder by KJ Stockwell. And that leads to RJ Cohen starting it up ice. Cohen gets it around one defender, has 2 different players alongside. Cohen still stick handling around one player, tries to take a shot from a tough angle. That one got blocked again as the Tonawanda Thunder's defenders were making sure there wasn't a whole lot of room to work. Good play in the neutral zone as the last defender back, getting the stick on puck there. That was Nick Schodel making a good defensive play in the neutral zone. And now Amherst into the offensive side of things. RJ Cohen with an opportunity, lets that shot go from the bottom of the circle, and the save is made as Sajak again stands tall against the opportunity from his opponent, the opposing squad.
You see Cohen, I think he gave him a head fake. I think he looked high and tried to slide it through the 5-hole, and Sajak just puts the paddle down and makes another save on a high-quality opportunity.
About a minute into the second period, still 2-0 is the score. That was essentially how period number 1 ended, with Tonawanda getting 2 late goals in the period. And now we have a stoppage of play with a face-off coming up in the neutral zone with 8:49 now to go in period number 2.
And so far, Tonawanda comes out aggressive initially, creating chances. Amherst coming out early, creating chances after the shot from DeLisle. Because quickly, like Aaron said, 2-0 very late in the first period. Tonawanda's going to try and cut this lead in half and get to work in the second period. But Tonawanda continues to win the faceoffs and pushing the puck into the defensive zone for Amherst. So Amherst basically has to skate the length of the ice to get an opportunity at 1 here, which is exactly what you want to do if you're protecting a lead while also playing offense.
Amherst struggling to get the puck out of the zone there. Finally, they do so here in the near side. Teddy Wilson banking it off the near boards and now chasing it down here in the offensive zone. Tonawanda looking to quickly move it up ice, and they get it to the neutral zone, but Kessler is there waiting for that one. And now he has control of the puck just in between the 2 benches. Kessler with 3 different defenders on him, unable to get it into the offensive zone, as now Tonawanda enters the offensive zone. Kessler back in a good position defensively, plays it up the near wall.
Big hit down the
And
wall.
a couple of players right in front of our broadcast position go to the wall to try to find possession. Player that ended up going to the ice was the player from Tonawanda, Darren Nye, but he did manage to get the puck into the offensive zone. So
take a hit, make a play.
Exactly. Puck comes to the blue line. Nye doing a good job to make sure it doesn't leave the zone. He has to be quick there again. This time he can't keep it in, as we're going to have an offsides on Tonawanda. 7:38 now to go in period number 2. And our broadcast this morning brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Find them online, militello.com, or you can call them at 856-2872. Puck into the Amherst zone. Kessler back to pick it up and look for a breakout pass up the near wall. Gets it to the blue line, and Salvadore makes sure it gets into the neutral zone. Salvadore with some tight defense on him, but he gets it up to O'Connor. O'Connor with a chance to let a shot go.
Ow.
Was looking to go short side just inside the post. Couldn't quite get that one on target. Amherst keeping it moving here in the offensive zone. Into the far corner, R.J. Cohen with it on his stick, now circling the net, looking for a passing opportunity. Apologies, that's Jackson Cohen making that play there. Back to the high slot, and a shot taken by O'Connor. That one didn't miss the net by a whole lot. Salvadore finding the rebound. Salvadore circles the net here on the near side and feeds a pass to O'Connor. O'Connor along the near wall with the defender on him. Now 2 defenders, and it looks like DeLisley's going to get that puck out of the zone. Does manage to get the puck out across the blue line, and then ran into Kessler there, so it came back across the blue line. An offsides call on the play, as now we have 6:45 to go in the second period. Still a 2-0 lead in favor of Tonawanda.
Yeah, and Tonawanda continuing to do a great job of pretty much keeping Amherst opportunities to the outside for the most part, because they have a backbone in net right now that's playing very well. So Tonawanda definitely isn't trying to just sit into a defensive shell and play only defense. They're working on offense, but again, they're taking care of their end first right now.
Looking for that chance in front. DeLisley finds his man wide open on the doorstep. John Stahl, his second of the game. It's now 3-0 Tonawanda, as a very pretty play from below the goal line to in front of the net, and a perfect finish by Stahl, and it's now 3-0 Thunder.
DeLisley, I think everybody was expecting him to take the shot, and he very casually just feathers a perfect pass flat on the ice right to John Stahl, who absolutely buries it into the open cage. And just like that, Tonawanda, we were just talking about how well they're playing on defense. They add another one to their offense, so now that commitment to defense is just going to strengthen, because the lead is just one deep now.
See what sort of response we get from this Amherst side. I would say that they had a good control of the play for the first half of the first period, and the one thing that kept on stymieing them was the shot blocking by the Tonawanda side. Tonawanda ended up gathering a little bit of momentum from that, put in a couple goals late in the period. They've added another one here in the second, and they are in command of this game right now. We'll see whether or not there's a response from this Amherst side. Puck behind the Amherst net. Kingsley playing it up the far wall. Puck is going to be kept in the zone by Timmy Perino. Perino at the left blue line tries to get a shot through, but that one ends up being deflected towards the top of the circle here on the near side. Now a battle for a loose puck in the circle as it comes towards the net. Unable to get there was Blake DeLisley, trying to collect that loose puck and get a shot away. R.J. Cohen behind his own net, looking for a lane up the far side. Gets knocked off of that puck by Blake DeLisley, but Cohen with another opportunity. That one gets intercepted, though, as Tonawanda keeps it in. Amherst finally getting a chance to clear the zone as Perino has to retreat into center ice area to pick that one up, but he's got some pressure on him, and now Amherst might get a scoring opportunity from this. The Knights into the offensive zone. Shot taken from just inside the top of the circle, and another good save by Conrad Sajak, as he has been perfect so far here in this one through a period and a half. Under the 5-minute mark now here in second period play as Tonawanda starts it up the near side. Into the offensive zone. Christine Lee with the puck on her stick. She lets a shot go from a tough angle.
Right.
The outside hash marks here on the near side almost found that far post.
If someone was there, that would have been an easy tap in, and Tonawanda was getting there. The pass or the play was just a little bit ahead of him. But I love the idea right there by Christine Lee.
4:35 to go in second period play as Amherst exits the zone and gets it out to center ice, but it's going to be Tonawanda finding possession and sending it right back to the blue line. The defenseman Darren Nye making sure it got into the offensive zone. He has had a very solid performance here in this game, a big part of that shot blocking in the first period that we've talked about so much. 4:12 now remaining here in the second period, as this is, again, John Stahl trying to do something in the offensive zone. He's going to have to retreat back into his own zone before he's able to do something on the offensive side of things, but now he's got a head of steam through the neutral zone. Just ended up being bumped off of that puck by Roman Kingsley, and then we have an offsides call against Amherst. So 4:02 now remaining in the second period. Still a 3-0 score in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder, but still plenty of time left and plenty of offensive firepower on this Amherst side. Certainly no lead is going to be safe when it comes to the offensive talent that's here in this building.
No need to panic yet if you're Amherst, but you definitely got to work on offense. You got to slow this guy down, as Delisley, again, what a play, gets a shot and took a great arm save by KJ Stockwell to keep the score as is.
That was very impressive there, the casual spin and fire that we continue to see plays from this 10U level that remind us of players that have played the game a lot longer. And I think what we continue to see here in these games is that the next generation of Western New York hockey is in really good hands.
That shot reminded me of a player that's probably smaller than Jack Delisley doing that spin-around shot. Yep, you know who I'm talking about.
Who do you got in mind, Sean?
That looked like that play that sent the Sabres to the playoffs the last time they did that 12 years ago with Nathan Gerby, that little spin-around, but I think Delisley might have about 3 inches on Nathan Gerby right now.
I think that's probably true.
That's not a diss on Gerby. I mean, Delisley's a big kid, and here he comes, and he's all by himself now.
Delisley with the step on the defense, all alone into the offensive zone. Goes to the forehand, puts the goaltender down, and puts it into the back of the net. Now 4-0 as Jack Delisley puts his team out in front by 4. A great individual effort as he took it in from the red line and made no mistake at all.
And can you tell he's done that before? He actually seems like he's more aggravated that he fell than he's happy that he scored.
Either way you look at it, it is
he's
now
a
4-0 lead for the Tonawanda Thunder.
Jack Delisley has just been a dominant force in all 3 zones, defense, neutral zone, and offense. A jack of all trades kind of player right now, just not casually, but effectively, just the play's running through him when he's on the ice.
This is the player that Amherst is going to look to try to answer and counter that. Dania Selvaldure trying to find control of the puck on the far side, moves it to the far blue line, and then knocks it in off his shin pad. Selvaldure now looking to put some pressure on. Smart play there by the netminder, Conrad Sajak.
Ooh, that is not taken as kindly to in about 4 years.
Yeah, that's the type of play that
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, it's
you're mad. Get mad. You're losing.
Be competitive. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're out here for.
Saying,
this is a competition.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. In a couple of years, though, a lot of people don't love that. And it's all right. We've all been on both sides of that. We've all taken a poke at a goalie. We've all gotten mad when someone's taken a poke at ours. It's part of the game.
Puck is cleared out of the zone by the Thunder as we have 2:15 now to go in second period action. It's a 4-0 lead for Tonawanda.
Uh-oh.
Dangerous moment in front of the Amherst cage. Stockwell managed to fall on top of it before anything untoward is able to occur. Blake Delisley was there nearby looking for that loose change.
And again, swipe at the goalie, no issue.
2:07 now remaining in period number 2. We'll have an offensive zone draw coming up for the Tonawanda Thunder, and our broadcast this morning brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. 2:07 remaining here in the period. Amherst winning control of the faceoff, but they can't maintain control. This is Christine Lee looking to set something up. Plays it to the far corner. John Stahl over there trying to get that puck free, but it's going to be taken away by an Amherst player. This is R.J. Cohen. Cohen with the defender on him, plays it to Kessler. Kessler with a good play to gain control of that puck, and now looking to skate it up the near wall. Good defense as 2 players converge there. That was Timmy Perino and Jack Delisley making sure that Kessler didn't have enough room to skate that one up ice. And now Amherst again having to play a little bit of defense.
Oh, man, this
Cohen
forecheck
and Cohen
is
trying to get it out there on the far side, but they run into Stahl and Delisley. And now Kessler's going to have to do a little bit of extra work to get the puck out of the zone. Only able to get it to the center ice red line before he's knocked off of that one.
Kessler
looking for a penalty, too. He maybe had a case
I don't blame
there.
him. I don't blame him. I'm not going to be mad. I'd want that call, too, but I also understand why the refs might have swallowed the whistle on that one. But, yes, Kessler, as soon as that puck came off him, his arms went right up.
Stahl finding a loose puck, now looking for that shot opportunity as he goes from one side to the other, and he's got 3. John Stahl goes inside, outside, and fires the shot just inside the near post. It's now a 5-0 lead in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder, and a great individual performance so far by both John Stahl and Jack DeLisle. The two of them have been a major reason why there's now a 5-0 Tonawanda lead.
Yeah, great patience there by John Stahl. He's scoring them all different ways. He's going to the net, he's taking shots, and this time, nice little hesitation, lets the defender, give him a little bit of a drive-by, then a quick shot. Goaltender Stockwell got a piece of it, but John Stahl packed a punch into that shot, got through the gear, and just like that, 5-0 Thunder.
Under a minute to go in period number 2, 48 seconds to be exact. As Stahl again moving it towards the offensive zone. Kingsley back for Amherst to try to handle that one, but it's going to be covered up by the netminder as eventually Stockwell gets the whistle. Referee delaying that one just a little bit, but there was a Tonawanda player in close proximity. So faceoff will be to the right of Stockwell with 37.8 seconds to go in the second period.
Just getting sorted out here for the face-off.
Amherst getting their proper alignment as Timmons lines up here on the left wing. The puck is down. Tonawanda winning control. And the shot attempt, that one's blocked by an Amherst player this time. And now the Knights have an opportunity to get that puck out. Teddy Wilson tries to sidestep the defender. A good play there. Darren Nye keeping that from being a clean exit and a clean push up the ice. It ends up being an offsides call against Tonawanda, but I think their coaches will take that. The play that Nye made on the blue line there was absolutely needed, because if that Amherst player gets around him, it could be a breakaway.
And Amherst needs that sort of break. That's something they need to get this door back open right here. And a good job by Tonawanda just to keep everything in front of them. A good two-high shell defense kind of philosophy they have right now, protecting this lead, but also not trying to sacrifice any offense.
Nye moving the puck along, getting it to Leo Dowdy. As now the puck comes towards the near wall with 14 seconds to go in the period. Tonawanda keeping it in, looking for a last-second opportunity here late in the second period. Team's trying to find control as it's in the low slot. Shot taken there by Dowdy, right in on goal. Stockwell making the save and covering up. 3.6 seconds now remaining in the second period. Still plenty of time to get a shot in on goal.
Yeah, let's see if they've got a set play off the face-off here. Let's see if they can maybe use some chaos can lead to a quick shot. Oh!
Puck comes towards the slot, almost what they were looking for. Just couldn't quite find a player there to accept that pass in front of the net. But another strong period from the Tonawanda Thunder. They're taking a 5-0 lead now into the third period of play. We're going to step away here for a moment for the second intermission. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Back here for the second intermission at the Northtown Center at Amherst. 5-0 is the lead for the Tonawanda Thunder over the Amherst Knights, and it has been a two-person show so far. John Stahl and Jack DeLisle have been phenomenal for the Tonawanda Thunder, and I think you could put a third player in there as well. The netminder, Conrad Sajak, he has been outstanding in between the pipes for his side. But
when the game was close, he made the saves.
Still a lot of work to do. Still have 12 minutes up on the clock here, and the Amherst side certainly has enough firepower to come back here in this game. So Tonawanda is going to have to make sure that they keep things buttoned up and continue to do what they did so successfully in the first and second periods. Thank you for joining our broadcast here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. My name is Aaron Alpern, alongside color commentator Sean McHugh, our camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, as we join you from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. Danius Sevildure trying to get his team back into this game. Sevildure around the defenseman, looking for that shot, and he finds the back of the net. Sevildure goes blocker side and gets his team on the board. It's now a 5-1 game as the Amherst Knights get themselves on the board in the third period. It's now 5-1, and no surprise, it was Sevildure that got the goal.
And that's exactly what Amherst needs. They're going to put the puck on the stick of their best player, and he's going to go. And that time he caught Tonawanda's defense, maybe a little flat-bladed, and he got that shot off. And he's been thwarted about 3 or 4 times today. But eventually, if you give him that kind of look, he's going to bury it. And Tonawanda, 30 seconds in, Amherst gets that much-needed first goal 30 seconds into the period.
You can't get 5 at once. You have to get them one at a time. And
20%.
Getting it early in the period in that first minute was huge for this Amherst side. certainly will give them a nice boost here as they're trying to come back here in this game. 11:07 to go here in the third period as Amherst trying to find control and get the puck out of the zone. This is going to be, Jackson Cohen behind the net trying to find control, but he's got two different Tonawanda players on him. Puck comes towards the far point, and we have a whistle being blown. I think we're going to get a penalty called here against Amherst.
Oh, they're getting them both, I think.
Tonawanda player with his hands up in the air trying to get an explanation here for why this penalty is being called.
Just like every hockey player. They never tripped, never hooked. I mean, you and I, we've never argued with officials about that ever.
No.
Every play we make on defense is perfectly clean.
Is that a pair of roughing calls that were handed out? I saw the second one was a roughing call, but it's the two players in the box, Blake DeLisley for the Tonawanda Thunder. Then on the other side is Jackson Cohen in the box for Amherst. So coincidental minor penalties. Teams will skate 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. This is one of the things where we always have to check what rule book we're working out of.
They're going 4s, I think.
Whether or not there's going to be 4s or 5s on the coincidental call.
Amherst has 5. Tonawanda's got 4.
And now here comes the fifth Tonawanda player. So with the coincidental minors, we will have 5-on-5 play here with under 11 minutes to go in the period. In regulation as well. Kessler maybe with an opportunity. Kessler's got a breakaway for the Knights. Kessler in alone. Forehand, high glove. It's now 5-2 as Amherst has started this third period off the exact way they needed to.
Yeah, 2 goals in under 2 minutes. That's exactly what you want to do, and no surprise, it's two of your high-end players that get it started for you. That's what leaders do. So just like that, 3 goals looks a lot less scary of a hill to climb than 5, and they've done it in a minute and 15 seconds. So great start, and just like that, here comes the answer as DeLisley comes out here at the left wing.
Amherst, though, finding control after the faceoff, and they get it into
Kessler
the offensive zone.
forward.
Yeah, Kessler now at forward, putting that pressure on here in the near corner. He's got R.J. Cohen alongside.
Good look.
Pass towards the front. Can't quite handle that one as Gray had 2 different players on him. Still able to get a shot away after eventually finding a loose puck. Just missed the net wide.
Oh, this could be trouble right here. The defensemen are not ready for the speed.
DeLisley gets around one defenseman.
outside.
This is a 2-on-0. DeLisley coming in with Stahl. Makes the pass.
Oh, what a
Stahl
place.
maybe was expecting DeLisley to take the shot, and the pass doesn't quite connect.
Oh,
Very
look at
good
this,
look.
though.
But DeLisley gets rewarded in the end as Stahl finds him with the return pass from the corner, and it's now 6-2 as the Tonawanda Thunder get the answer, and Jack DeLisley and John Stahl, no surprise, the authors of that answer.
And that is unbelievable awareness. You could easily see John Stahl hanging his head, banging his stick. Instead, he gathers the puck, he turns, picks his head up, and fires it right through the slot. And Jack DeLisley right there with that strong handle on his blade slams it in. I mean, Tonawanda, you got to give some to this coaching staff here. They do everything the right way. They start on defense, they block shots, they don't quit on plays, they're playing hard. And where have 4 of their goals come from? Just going to the net and banging in rebounds. It's the easiest place to get them. Think of all the Hall of Fame hockey players that got a Hall of Fame career just going to the blue paint and just slamming home rebounds.
It's funny, we talk to a lot of high school and college coaches and talk about their philosophy and how they want their teams to play. And I can't tell you how many different coaches I've heard talk about playing from their own net out, starting from their own zone and building out from there.
I've heard you say that, Coach Alpern.
Well, to see it being done at a 10U level, that's even more impressive, to make sure that you first take care of what's in front of your own net and then build from there. That's exactly what we've seen this Tonawanda squad do.
Make defense a habit at a young age, like we say. If you can play defense in hockey, there is not a team at the level you're playing at that's not going to want you.
It's the least rewarding aspect of the game, but it's the part that coaches will appreciate the most.
Keeps you playing, though.
Exactly.
You're always on a team if you can play defense.
So we have 9:38 to go here in regulation as we have another penalty being issued to the Amherst Knights. This is going to be Roman Kingsley headed to the box. A 2-minute roughing call. Sorry, a minute 30 is the penalty here at this level. So a roughing call and a power play opportunity. It's a minute on the board. At other games, I've seen a minute 30.
I'm noticing a minute, too. We're not the refs. I wouldn't want to be a ref.
Either or.
It's a power play.
It's a power play for the Tonawanda Thunder and another opportunity to add to their 4-goal lead. It looked like Amherst was ready to storm back here in this one with 2 goals early in the period, Tonawanda getting the answer and now looking to get a little bit more separation as we have 9.5 minutes to go in regulation. Puck on the far wall. Libby Riggy trying to get it out of the zone, but Jack DeLisle right there. Actually, both DeLisleys in close proximity as the shot is taken from the far side. That one missing the net wide, but it's going to be picked up there. And the pass towards the front of the net. DeLisle finding the rebound and puts it in on the backhand. Jack DeLisle with the second opportunity after being fed the pass in front again by John Stahl. Sticks with the play, puts the backhander by the netminder. It's now 7-2 for the Tonawanda Thunder.
Did you see that power play passing too? High man, low man into the slot, and DeLisle had all day to make a move and finish. And Tonawanda puts up a touchdown, and it's a 7-2 lead with 9:06 to go here in the third period.
An impressive play. We talk about the individual skills that can be on display and how impressed we've been by some of the individual play that you can see here at this level. The fact that they're able to put that together in team play as well, even more impressive, Sean.
I mean, this passing's impressive at any level when you can do it well, but this Tonawanda team is doing it exceptionally well in tight space. Right here, look at this.
Another player gets loose in front of the net. Isaac Roush looking for the opportunity, looking for his second of the game. He had the redirection goal in the first period, as now it's going to be Salvadori skating it up ice, draws a penalty as he gets hauled down in the neutral zone.
Still had the head space to try and force one ahead to his teammate,
Yeah,
too.
almost got it to O'Connor to set up an opportunity. Tonawanda did get the touch on that one. And this will be a tripping call against the Tonawanda Thunder, so now a chance for the Amherst power play to go to work. And the Amherst offense really needs to get to work quickly here in this one if they're going to be able to come back. They got the 2 quick goals early in the period. Tonawanda's gotten them back, however, and it's now still that 5-goal deficit that period number 3 started with.
Yeah, and they're going to send the big guns out there right now with Salvadori's going to center the line, and Kessler is going to be flanking him to the left.
O'Connor on the right. That's all the firepower out here right now. This is a good power play unit put together. Let's see what they can do. Amherst finding control off the faceoff. Jackson Cohen trying to keep it in, getting some help from Kessler, and it does stay just inside the blue line. Shot from Kessler towards the front of the net. Backhander on the rebound from Salvadori. Great save as Sajak gets the stick on it, sprawling across his net front.
And there's Salvadori's best pal, Jack DeLisle, right in his pocket again.
Schodel at the point, tries to feed a pass towards the high slot, trying to get it to O'Connor. Good defense as a pair of Tonawanda Thunder players got in the way of that passing lane. Kessler finding control there along his own blue line, plays it up ice but can't find a teammate. Let's see if this one will go for icing, and yes, it will, as now Amherst will have to go back into their own zone to continue their power play. 23 seconds remaining on that power play, and now 8:03 remaining in regulation. Still a 7-2 lead in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder. And our broadcast this morning brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, and leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction, with locations in downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park. Shot attempt from the far point by Eli Lee, missing the net. Amherst now collecting it in the near corner and looking to start the breakout. Their power play still continuing for another 10 seconds. This is going to be John Stahl, though, creating some havoc in the offensive zone on the penalty kill. Eventually, Libby Riggy takes it away and now looking to get it up ice. This is R.J. Cohen. Cohen gets it out of the zone, looking for a pass up the far wall. Kessler accepting that pass to the blue line, but 3 defenders in close proximity, and it's Eli Lee taking that puck away. 7:25 to go in regulation. Is heading back into the corner is Timmy Perino. Pass up the far wall, connects with John Stahl, but a good play by Jackson Cohen to keep it in for Amherst. Eli Lee again takes that one away, this time up to Stahl at the blue line. Stahl gets around one defender. Stahl all alone with a lot of ice to think about it. Goes to the forehand. Great save as Stockwell lays out and makes the save with the blocker, denying Stahl, who's been as dangerous as any other player on the ice in this game.
Good play there. I mean, offsides here, but Eli Lee slams the puck and sees the big body Kessler coming flying at him and just flips it into the zone, because we've seen what happens when Ryan Kessler gets ahead of steam. Both of them. The one before him was really good at that too in Vancouver.
Good point. The play there at the blue line, you could, the initial reaction is, oh, they went in offsides, but if he doesn't play that puck into the zone, that's a breakaway. Exactly.
And Kessler sniffed his first time, and I wouldn't, as great as Conrad Sajak is, you just don't want to give good players breakaways if you can avoid it, especially in the third period.
Shot from DeLisle missing the net wide, and it's kept in at the far point. And eventually that one's blocked, though, and comes back across the blue line. Tonawanda unable to clear the zone as they were a half a step from clearing the zone on that automatic offsides call.
I'm never going to groan about that. They were both back at the line. Let them play.
It's whether or not we agree with the rule, it's going to be enforced.
Don't matter, but I have a space here to do it, so I'm going to.
6.5 to go in regulation as the puck's still in the offensive zone here for Tonawanda. As they get a shot from distance, that one sneaks through the netminder but ends up going wide. I guess Stockwell got enough of it to redirect it wide. Thought he had it under the glove, but didn't. And eventually Amherst getting that puck cleared to the blue line and now out. Back to pick it up, William Lee, assisted on the retrieval by Darren Nye. Nye playing that one up ice but can't find a teammate.
Yeah,
this one is going to go for icing with 6 minutes to play in period number 3. Our broadcast this morning brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. If modern media seems like everyone's shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing, 412 Communications can help get your voice above the fray. With a myriad of solutions to build bridges between your brand and its clientele, from broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you today. Visit 412 Communications for more information. Shot from distance, in on net, stick save made by the netminder Sajak, as that was O'Connor letting that shot go from the high slot. Stahl now skating it up the near wall, looking for again another opportunity. Cuts from outside to inside, but good defense there, as coming back hard on that play was Wesley O'Connor, coach's son, making sure that he makes his dad proud and making that good play on the defensive end of things.
Something about the name O'Connor brings out the best in a hockey coach.
Salvadore now making that play pay off and trying to get it into the offensive zone. Salvadore didn't quite have the angle to get that shot away.
Defense by Lee.
Yeah, Eli Lee making sure that Salvadore didn't have the angle to get the shot away.
There was no angle. There was nowhere for him to go but outside, and then he put him right. Didn't hit him, but as you grow older, that ends with you getting sandwiched against the boards and down if the defenseman does that right.
And you could tell that Salvadore really had it in mind to let that shot go. He was trying to get himself set up, and he's not necessarily used to somebody cutting off that gap.
As consistently as Tonawanda is, at least.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that was the Robin Regier special. Stay in stride, then once the space closes, just pinch them. And granted, Robin Regier did a little more than pinching people. I think he tried to end them, but
they can work up to that.
They're about 20 years away from that type of hockey.
A little bit more than 5 minutes remaining in third period played.
God, that was a bad trade.
Yeah, that was. Tonawanda looking to add to their 5-goal lead. Jack DeLisle with the puck on his stick. Gets around one defender. Good support defense there on the play. Nate Pekarski coming back to make sure that DeLisle didn't have an easy time with that. Shot is taken. Save made by Stockwell. Trying to cover it up. Nobody really sure where that puck is. We had 3 different players on the ice trying to determine where it was. Referee knew where it was, called the play dead once he saw it frozen. So we have another face-off coming up in the Tonawanda offensive zone. This one will be to the left of the goaltender Stockwell. Sorry, to the right of the goaltender Stockwell.
Cohen trying to get a little bit of a head start on the breakaway. Can't say I blame him. Take the advantages you get him, but the refs are a little wise to that act. But here comes Cohen looking to wind it up from behind his own net.
R.J. Cohen's got DeLisle on him.
Oh, he knew he was in trouble right away.
Reverses course and moves it over to the near side. Nobody there, though, but Tonawanda players, as it's kept in at the point and fed down low by Timmy Perina. Pekarski picks it up there for Amherst, but 2 different Tonawanda players there to put some forecheck pressure on. Needing a little bit of help on that play, and Schmidt provides that help, but it's going to be Tonawanda still with control. A hand pass is called, and we get a stoppage with 4:15 now remaining in regulation.
I haven't seen one of those yet here. But they exist. That was the first time. I think that was the first time we've seen one of those at this level.
If I'm pretty sure you're correct, because it's certainly not something that I remember being called in any of the games at this level that we've done so far. But referee right on the spot there to make the proper call as the puck comes across the blue line, but now inside the zone. Opportunity almost there for the Thunder. Unable to get a shot away was Blake DeLisle, but getting a little bit of help on the play. Christine Lee getting it deep in the offensive zone. 3 Amherst players over there trying to take it away and play a little bit of defense. They're unable to get it out of the zone in that first attempt, but it does bounce over the stick of William Lee, who has to retreat back into the neutral zone. That one's going to be an offsides call against the Thunder.
That was the right call.
Despite how little you like the automatic.
No. And this I'm not criticizing the refs either. I may be just more just like it. Maybe it's the pickup player in me for all these years, but I think if it's close, let it go, especially when the score is this. But I'm not a ref, And I also appreciate refs because they do a job I do not have any of the mental fortitude to even try.
Yes, absolutely. We always try to make sure we reserve a little bit of time in all of our broadcasts to show a little bit of appreciation for the referees, because it is as thankless a job as there is in the sport of hockey.
Everything's your fault, and you have nothing to do with why a team wins.
And there's hardly ever been a referee that hears, hey, good game, after a game. It's either you don't hear anything or you hear you did a bad job. So the patience and the amount of work that is put in by the referees in the Western New York area has to be appreciated, and almost can't say enough to try to give our appreciation for what they do and the amount of effort they put in, because without the referees putting in their time,
there's no hockey.
There's no hockey. These games aren't possible.
That is something people are very eager to forget. And yes, I know I hemmed and hawed about an offsides, and I'll probably do it again. But at the same time, people real easy you can't just get rid of refs. You don't have hockey without them, because you think a ref is bad, take a ref out of an emotional hockey game and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's bad. So refs, and again, these refs are here at 8 o'clock in the morning doing this, so these kids and these parents and these teams can get their experience, and there's not enough thanks you can give them. But because I thank them a lot, I will roll my eyes at a bad call occasionally.
Yeah, it gives us that allows us the room to be critical of a call that we disagree with, as long as at some point in the broadcast we show our appreciation. Not that any referees watch your broadcasts. Puck comes towards the front of the net.
I'm still on the air, and these refs don't watch broadcasts.
DeLisle with another opportunity in front. Stockwell making a good save as DeLisle a little bit slow to get back to his skates. Everything seems to be in order, though. 2:33 now remaining in regulation. Still a 7-2 lead in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder. Just a great effort from start to finish by this Tonawanda squad. No surprise that they have their record of 8-0-1 on the season. They have been solid defensively here in this game, and then they've built offense from that. There was another opportunity for Jack DeLisle. Great save by Stockwell, who, despite giving up 7 in this game, has made at least the same amount of high-danger saves on really tough shots.
Of all the goals scored in this game, you will not see anybody. Oh, Kessler running into the shot, and he scored. Sorry, Aaron.
Amherst with numbers in transition. Kessler decides to just take it himself and fires a hard wrist shot past the netminder. Now 7-3 as Amherst gets on the board again. All of their scoring has come here in this third period.
Great period.
Unfortunately, though, from their side of things, the Tonawanda side, they managed to get some scoring done in the first and second as well.
And Kessler actually, believe it or not, proves the point I was about to make before he scored. I don't think of the 10 goals that have been scored, who's blaming a goaltender for either of them, any of them.
Yeah, it's been a lot of good offense that has resulted in these goals here today. It's not the type of thing where it's it was a gift type of goal.
He's off his post. Oh, see you later.
Again, this is John Stahl looking to create. Stops and goes to the forehand. What a save by Stockwell. Staying with him through the move.
He shot from his knees and he almost buried it.
Oh, my, what a play. Way to stick with that by Stahl there on the play.
And Stockwell to stay. Wow, just good hockey here. Now here comes Amherst with numbers.
O'Connor and Salvadori. O'Connor looking to get that shot away. High and wide there on the near side. He had Salvadori in front of the net, decided to take the shot himself. Salvadori now finds control. He drives towards the front of the net, rips that shot. Great save by Sajak. Got a pad on that one, and it squeaked through but went wide.
Sajak has been, if he didn't have two teammates having hat tricks plus one, this is incredible how he's played.
Under a minute to go in regulation. 7-3 is the lead in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder. And now they have a 3-on-2 through the neutral zone, looking to add to it, but just in offsides. Is a good play at the blue line, as that was stepping up on the play. Bryce Ginster to make the offensive player make that extra move at the blue line. That's what drew the player offsides. Really good defense to deny what was an odd man rush.
That was a 3-on-0 if they gained the zone right there, too. And they were just a half a step offsides. But if they gain the line, that puck, there's two players that can get to that puck, and we know Tonawanda, they're not afraid to pass on an odd man rush.
42 seconds remaining here in regulation as Amherst gets it into the offensive zone. Chasing that one down is the defenseman Darren Nye. Nye's pass up the far side, right onto the tape of Jack DeLisle. 3 different Amherst players there putting some pressure on, and they force a turnover. RJ Cohen trying to create something on the far wall. Libby Riggy playing it into the far corner, but it's picked up there by a Tonawanda player with 15 seconds now to go in regulation. Puck up the near side. Tonawanda with control yet again. Trying to get it out of the zone on the stick of number 6, Patrick Clark. He gets that one up to Blake DeLisley, looking for a last-second opportunity with 3 seconds to go in the game. DeLisley taking the shot. This time Stockwell makes the stop, and that is how regulation will come to a close with a save from the Amherst netminder. But it is a 7-3 victory for the Tonawanda Thunder as they came out here in this game and first took care of the defensive side of things. Then they made sure that they had the offense to back it up, and they end up putting that effort together for a 7-3 victory over a difficult Amherst Knights squad. Two really good teams out there on the ice and some really good hockey here this morning, Sean.
And absolutely, I know the score says 7-3, but mind you, Conrad Sejak made about 5 or 6 massive saves in this game. So I know the score says lopsided, but this was definitely not. I mean, Tonawanda clearly was the better team today, but this, if these two teams match up again, you cannot just assume Tonawanda is going to win again. I mean, these teams are very evenly matched, and this definitely is not the last time these two teams are going to see each other.
Yeah, I'd certainly be interested to see these two teams square off again, and I think essentially the story of this game was the first period. It was a pretty even first period. If anything, you could make an argument. You can make an argument that Amherst was the team that had more offensive zone time and more opportunities in that first period. Tonawanda did a great job of the defensemen getting into those shooting lanes and blocking shots. Also, the goaltender, Conrad Sajak, he made the saves in that first period when his team needed him to, and then they built from there. They took the defense and then built it out and then started playing offense from there. They got the 2 late goals in the first period and then just carried that momentum through the rest of the game.
And that's all it takes. Like just a quick, the door cracked open at the end of the first. Tonawanda kicked it down. Amherst did a great job responding, trying to get back into it, but Tonawanda was able to hold them off. And they take down Amherst, and they are reigning the top dog in this division right now.
As it is the 9th win now on the season for the Tonawanda Thunder, a very impressive win here in this game. Probably one of the tougher teams that they'll have to face on the schedule, as it was a back-and-forth affair for at least most of the first period. Tonawanda finding a way to pull ahead and then move through the game with a lead, and then they made the lead stand up there in the third period when Amherst made their push late in the game. But a big win here for the Tonawanda Thunder, a 7-3 victory over the Amherst Knights, as we will now put a wrap on our broadcast here from the Northtown Center at Amherst. Want to thank not only our sponsors here today who have made this broadcast possible, Militello Realty, Envious Gameware, Buffalo Golf and Social, 412 Communications, as well as Buffalo Ophthalmology. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for their help in making our broadcast possible, as well as thank everyone for tuning in this morning, as we have been proud to expand our youth hockey coverage, now adding some Amherst youth hockey games into our schedule. Certainly excited for our next opportunity to bring a little bit of youth hockey to the folks around Western New York and beyond. Look forward to our next opportunity to join you for a broadcast of youth hockey from here in Western New York. Again, our final score, it's the Tonawanda Thunder 7, the Amherst Knights 3. For color commentator Sean McHugh, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, my name is Aaron Elpern. Be sure you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.